Welcome to my office. What's up, guys? AJ here, the everyday coach. And this week we're going to talk about all of my theme days that I have going on for the week. Every day has a theme day to help you get through the week. I created this because it helps me get through the week. So I said, why not share? Because I'm sure most people deal with some of the same things I deal with. They could be different levels. So today happens to be Mindfulness Monday. Mindfulness Monday came up because if I go back pre-COVID, I had my first breakdown where it was just like everything didn't feel right. I think a lot of people had breakdowns, but mine was something I've never ever dealt with before in my life. I never felt down. I'm always super positive, and I didn't know, you know, my heart was beating fast all the time. I had night sweats. I couldn't sleep. And I didn't know that I was dealing with panic attacks and then being like, I'm sure I dealt with anxiety before, but I never really knew what it felt like. So over COVID, it hit me hard. So anyway, that's how I got to this statement of being able to try to find something to calm my mind down. So first I started where I had to use some medicine, and I didn't want to be on that medicine. So I needed to be at that time because it slowed my thoughts down. But then I worked my way through getting off of the medicine that I was on and learned how to do things like meditate. Um, I believe in God. Um, Meditate, breath work. So when these things happen, so once I felt comfortable that I could, um, you know, I didn't need to depend on a medicine to get me through. And if you have to do that, you have to do that. But the goal for me was to get off the medicine. So I learned how to do these things called breath work, um, being mindful, meditation, stuff like that. So that led me to, later in life, and I'm creating content. A little bit about myself, AJ, the Everyday Coach. The reason why the brand was started or the channel was started, it was because I've been in fitness 25 years. I've been a personal trainer for that long. And I still train sometimes, but I don't do it like I used to. I don't train people like I used to. So that's not my life right now. I bartend full time right now. So, but I still have training acts because it's something I love to do. I love to help people. So anyway, I was having these weeks where I would just go through all these different things, and I think having something that's planned like to help you get through. So I came up with, since Monday's like usually the first start of the week for most people, when they start you started the week. Most people, they're usually off. They're off on the weekend. They're off Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday's their first day at work. That's different from my point of view, but I still look at the week that way. So I wanted to come up with something when I felt anxious or when I felt like things were overwhelming, and I had to come up, and that led to the theme Mindfulness Monday. So Mindfulness Monday means it's like intentionally being mindful. So what that means is that if I'm feeling anxious at the time, I can resort to a thought or some breath work, or if I'm feeling anxious or whatever I'm feeling, I can deal with it because I'm intentionally being mindful. And so that is the theme for Monday. Monday is to be with these shorts that I drop. Right now, the theme has been kind of like mindfulness thoughts. And I think that's a good way to start to build the foundation. But then when you're out in your office, you see all kind of things. So I see a squirrel over there. But anyway, yeah, so like it's to build things to help you get through the week. That's why we created the theme days for the week. I created them because these help me. So I feel like they could help you too. So Mindfulness Monday is what is just being mindful. It's intentionally being mindful. So that's the goal. So if you're not watching my shorts, make sure you watch them because every day is something good. Tomorrow we'll talk about Truth Tuesday. Um, if you have any questions or you want to ask me anything fitness related, mindfulness related, drop it down in the chat. Please subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel. We want to inspire people. We want to help people. And that's because I feel like that's what I was put on this earth to do. All right, guys, Everyday Coach out.